He's very good at doing that, or just bludgeoning his way through with some very good footwork. He's just got something really extra, in my view, and it's no surprise. He's been in Germany for a couple of years now, a couple of seasons, and he's broken so many records. You think about that. You go back just before he went there, that Germany would have all its own domestic records of players who've achieved this, that, and the other, so many goals in so many matches, and so on. But he's gone there, and he is now a record holder. I don't know how many records he holds, but it's quite phenomenal the records he's broken by scoring so many goals at a given point in the season, and so on. So to have an Englishman go to Germany and do that is really quite something. So I don't think his goals were lucky the other day, Friday and Monday. I think he's just a typical poaching goal scorer. He's got that ability, which some players have gotten. You can't teach it, you just got it or you haven't. That he puts himself in a position, he anticipates where the ball is going to be, which is probably one of the harder things to do in football. I think someone else who was very good at doing that was Gary Lineker. He just always looked that the ball was going to go into the space, and he ran towards that before the ball was kicked. And usually he was right, and he was therefore on the spot to score the goal. And that's exactly what, certainly on the goal on Monday, he just ran into that position where the ball was delivered to. So it's great anticipation. So I think Kane is excellent. And I was actually quite interested to read yesterday or the day before that he's hoping to come back to the Premier League in the summer, and that he would prefer, so this article said, he would prefer to go to Liverpool. I don't know whether you've heard that, Cuz, but that was quite an interesting thing to hear.
Yeah, it'd be great to have him back. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Harry Kane. I mean, he's got one job, scoring goals, and he does score goals, so you can't really knock him. He's there, like you said, he's there when anticipating the ball, and he does a good job with it. So you can't really knock him. I think he's a world-class player. I haven't, just to answer that question, I haven't heard anything about him coming back to the Premier League yet. So let's hope he does come back, because he sort of gives hope to whatever team he's on. So he gives them hope. There is hope, guys. Where I'm going to try my best to score a goal. And even if he doesn't, you can still feel his impact. He would disturb the defenders. He gives them nightmares. Just being there, because they know when he's there, he's looking to do only one thing: get to the back of the net. And he does that very often. So yeah. Now, there was somebody that I was quite fascinated by the way he plays. I've always loved him. I think he's a bit underrated, and it's this guy that plays for Arsenal, Rice, Declan Rice.
Declan Rice, yeah.
Declan Rice. He's got the best measured passes that I have seen in my life. His passes are so measured that it just seems to find whoever he wants to find. It's like throwing a curveball. It's like, and he always finds whoever he wants to find. I mean, they might not always score, but he's great at passes, aren't he? What do you make of him?
Yeah, I've always rated him. He was at West Ham, of course, for a good few years, and established himself there. It's obviously helped his game to go to Arsenal, I would say. But yeah, he's a very natural international footballer. He's one of those players who... international footballer. He's one of those players who it's very difficult to define what his role really is, because he pops up in the opposing penalty area, and then back in his own penalty area. He has
Yeah.
a great work rate, a great engine, as they say. And yeah, what can you say? He's got a great shot on him as well when he shoots. So I've really got nothing but praise for Declan Rice. He seems to me to be, in things I've read about him or that he said, a very down to earth sort of guy, very modest for someone with very clear international football ability. So yeah,
Absolutely.
he's a real asset to Arsenal and to England, and he's
Oh,
a great role model, I think, for youngsters coming into the game of football. He does his bit around the community by all accounts, as lots of them do. Let's face it. But yeah, it's important, I think, in this day and age for prominent sports people to be something of a role model to others, because they are watched. People do watch what they do and what they say. So I would say that for Declan Rice, that he is an exemplary footballer. He's a great role model for youngsters coming into the game, be they boys or girls.
absolutely. Yeah, I just love his passes. And somebody else that did that his passes are quite really good as well, and his style of play is Jude Bellingham. He
Yeah.
is, yeah, he's a great player, Jude Bellingham. Yeah, so I love him. Overall, now let's just talk about the style of play. So the style of play that Thomas is using now. Now he's granted he's worked against the less or lower ranked football teams, international sides. How would his style of play rank up against or stack up against teams like Spain, France? I know France lost their game the last time, so but Spain, countries like Spain, Portugal, Argentina, how would his style of play stack up against those sort of teams?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. I think after two games, he's obviously, I would imagine, as I said before, observing how things go. He's
Yeah,
trying things out. I think that the fact is, I always think these days, whether teams play, three at the back with two wing backs, so that becomes five at the back where necessary, but
yeah,
your wing backs are playing well into attack as well. That's a very traditional way of playing nowadays, much more, I think, than the old 4-4-2 or 4-2-4. I think,